You guys make the best decision based on you. I'm going to train you, and hopefully you guys just turn out to be good people. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to make your own choice. Okay, so the next quote we're going to talk about with the Bon Shikai. Oh, before we start this, now you guys see we just got done training with some knife techniques. Now, you see how the knife techniques that we did when the camera was going, very conventional style knife techniques. The knife techniques that we did when the camera wasn't going was unconventional. And the way that we approached it, the situation was much different. You follow what I'm saying with that? Okay, so now we're going to do the next quote. This one's called The Correct Mind. Again from the Bon Shikai, it says, "The basic principle of the shinobi is to have correct mind in all respects, even though the end result of this art are conspiracy and deception. Therefore, if you cannot control your mind in a righteous way, you cannot carry out your tactics in a flexible manner." When we talk about righteous, you're doing things for the right reason, right? Right comes from right, righteous comes from right kind of thing, right? You're doing things in a correct way. Again, we're talking about the way of the warrior, the way that we should do things in the present day. We're not living our lives by the laws of the 15th century. So the way of the ninja and the way of the samurai was much different in, say, 1550 than it is in 2020. Because I promise you guys, if you do any of the shit that the samurai and ninja did back in 1550 now, you're going to go to jail. Like, the law determines that you're going to jail. You just don't walk across the street with your freaking katana. You don't like your neighbor, so you want to take over their land, and you're like a thunk, and then there goes their head. And you can't do that. And that may have been the way of the samurai, but that shit is not happening in 2021, right? So we have to, this idea and understanding of the way changes throughout the different time periods, right? And we see that. We see, if you look at Bujutsu and Ninjutsu, you look at it pre-Sengoku Jidai, the swords were different, the techniques and tactics were different. Then you get into the Sengoku Jidai, Bujutsu changed, Ninjutsu changed, warring tactics changed. You go from Sengoku Jidai to the Edo period, the Bujutsu techniques change, the Ninjutsu techniques change. Then you go from that to the Meiji period. The Bujutsu or martial art techniques change, the Ninjutsu change. You go from Meiji period to here. You see this evolution. You see things as this constant change. Yep. Same thing we talk about the way. If you cannot control your mind and keep it in a righteous manner, doing things for the right reason and the right cause, the right way, then you're not going to be able to carry out anything in a flexible manner. Now, things that are going to stop you guys from doing that: fear, doubt, insecurity, overthinking. Those kind of concepts in your mind, they keep you from acting in the appropriate way. So you've got to control your mind. You can't let other things control your mind. You are the only one that controls what you think about. Right? Now, we're not getting into mental health and all that kind of stuff. Of course, if you need to see a doctor, see a doctor. But this isn't, I'm not talking about mental health here, okay? We're talking about the general concept of controlling your mind. Everyone deals with fear. Everyone at some level has dealt with anxiety or depression or stress, doubt, insecurity. We all have that. We're human. We all feel energy around us and see things and makes us feel a certain way. But it's not about having the feeling of those things. And it's not about having the thought of those things and letting them creep in. It's about controlling your mind to where those things do not take over your mind. So if you can control your mind and do what you need to do in a righteous way, then you can carry out what it is that you want to do in a flexible manner.